After this, that's you. That's you in the back. That's you in the back. Oh, let me make sure you know how people you know how people that. That's you. Okay, okay, it's you. Okay. Hey, I had to make sure it was you. Hey,
Hey,
told her. Yeah, I had to make sure it was you. You know how people is around here. Yeah, I got a story. I was just going. I wasn't going to do a lot today. This morning, but this caught my interest right here. Respect to Shawanda Williams, Steady Ground, anybody else that gonna watch. This happened in Clarksville, Tennessee.
mm-hmm.
Over 50 students were suspended from West Creek High School on Friday after a video showing the student raising their hands or phones simulated weapon went viral on TikTok. Okay, let's take it from right there. I ain't got to read nothing else. Okay, so you're gonna suspend 50 students for raising their hand and raising their phone in school like it's a gun. But yet, when students of our community are getting bullied, racial slurs thrown at them, you don't want to do nothing about it. Make that make sense. I understand the school safety issue of it. I understand that. But what about the school safety of racial slurs? But then when our kids fight back against racial bullying, you want to suspend them about fighting back because they ain't taking the book BS. So you worried about what they doing on TikTok instead of what actually going on in school. Explain that to me, Tony. Explain that to me to make that make sense. Hold on, Tony, hold on,
I'm here.
Tony. Hey, explain. Look, explain to me like a kindergarten, a first grader. How do that make any sense?
Well, let's take it back a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I believe me and you in the same age group, right?
Yeah.
And I believe that I know that we got suspended from high school for passing letters.
Yeah. Which was crazy and stupid.
Right. We got suspended for watching a fight. Okay.
Hmm.
Now, any gesture, some in some states you can be charged with a crime for showing the finger and pointing it at some. That's a threat. It's a threat.
Yeah, it is.
Now, my question is, and I'm old school, so you're gonna have to. Most people gonna have to deal with it a little bit. Is that if I if a first of all, why is the kids on their phones in school anyway?
That's a good question right there.
Why?
Hey,
And
go ahead, Tony.
and the bad thing about it is nobody. There are schools that don't have control over their kids.
Yep.
So this right here is like one of those where you're like, well, how do we get control of the schools? Kids come in, they don't do what they want to do. They know they're not going to get left behind. Um, Kids can talk and assault, battered teachers, other students. So it goes past the bullying and the name gestures, because again, and this is what I tell my kids and kids that's in my immediate circle. People are going to say what they want to say. They're going to call you the N word. They're going to call you the B word. They're going to call you everything they want. They're going to bully you. They're going to do whatever. It's how you react. So it's two different instances of what you bring to the table: bullying and making gestures on a TikTok to get publicity and get content on your social media.
Yeah. Hey,
Um,
Tony. Hey, Tony. I guarantee you. If they was on TikTok, I guarantee you some of the same students, and majority of I'm going on a limb saying 99% of the students. I'm going on a limb saying 100% of the students that did that were black. You see where I'm going with it?
yeah,
We're talking about Tennessee now. Now, I understand what you're talking about. Yeah, finger gesture. Yeah, cussing about that. Yeah, it kind of like protected under First Amendment too. You know that. People should know that.
yeah.
But it all depends on how you use it. Is it fighting words or a fighting finger? You see what I'm saying? And what if there were white students that did the same thing on TikTok? What they would have did?
And then again, we are talking about Tennessee.
Yeah. And I seen this other one, this news story. This girl and another girl called the other girl whatever racial slurs, whatever. She was standing up for herself, and she said something. Then this other white boy came and punched her, and he punched the shit, he punched the mess out of her, and she gets suspended. Then it took an outcry for them to finally charge that boy for hitting the girl. See, that's the problem I had with it. With this right here, you don't have, parents don't have control of their kids. I don't care what race you is. Then the principal, the teacher don't have control of the school.
But
Tony, when me and you went to school, we had no school resource officer in the school.
I had one. We had one in the school.
Oh, we didn't have one in our school. But the thing I was saying is, if we acted up in school, we knew what we were getting when we got home.
Yeah, and that's true. But here's a problem. Here's a problem. The problem is that we have nowadays one parent in the household. We have parents who work enough and they're like fast food parents. They only do because they're not at home with their kids every day, or at least one parent is home with the kids when they get home from school, sitting down, not having dinner together. Now we're just going to show our love by defending them all the time, even if the kid is dead wrong.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to tell you this: it does not happen over here at this household, because I truly believe that I believe in I put a little bit of faith into our teachers.
Underpaid.
They had to buy their own supplies if the parents don't help buy the supplies. We had a resource officer in our school too. And then when I worked with this school, we had a security officer, myself, and then we had a sheriff.
Yeah.
That way that the security guard handled it first until it got to a point where, all right, bro, you're not going to act right. Says you just going to keep popping off the mouth. Now the sheriff is going to come in and deal with you. Should it be that way? No, because that parent should be able to make a phone call or that parent should receive a phone call saying that your child is acting up, and the parent should not say, "What did you do, teacher?"
Yep. Yep. And here's the deal. So this little boy, he was he had some kind of disability. I forgot what it was. It wasn't no fancy name. And the teacher and the vice principal were reprimanding him, right? They didn't call for the school resource source officer, right? The school resource officer just inserted himself into the picture, took the boy, slammed him down to the ground, and mushed the head into the ground. And he was, I seen the pictures, how the boy's face looked. And that right there is, because that's why some people don't have respect for police officers. You know that because they know when they come, when some of them come, it ain't gonna be good. And I know you one of the good ones, Tony. I already know you one of the good ones. You know what I'm saying? But you know you also got some of those that had one of those records that followed them. They they did it once, they moved to another jurisdiction, and come find out they had more charge. But the kids, bottom line, they don't have respect for adults.
These kids don't have respect for themselves.
Yeah, you're right.
So
You're right.
if they don't have respect for themselves, how can they respect someone else? And some police officers, which I know a few, some police officers are trying to make a change in the wrong way.
Mm.
You can see, and when you talk to them, and you like, okay, I see your vision, but how are you going about it to make that change? Some police officers come on 100 right away.
Yeah.
And they're in that old school mindset. These kids, and here's this is my final. When parents stop parenting, kids stop caring.
Yeah.
The Bible says, "Spare the rod, spare the child."
Yep.
And that doesn't mean going off and beating the hell out of your kid. But when you don't discipline your kids and make them believe that y'all are buddy and friends, then they think every adult is their friend. They think they're on the same level.
Bingo. That part right there.
You don't know how many kids I got to tell on a daily basis, I am not your friend. My name is
And the thing is, I was talking about this. What was it? I think it was Saturday night, Friday night, about who run the household, the kids or the adults. It seems like in some situations, it's the kids.
Do you remember back in the day? And my dad used to tell me this all the time. And if I had a chance to put him on here, he wasn't busy, he'd tell you the same thing. Everybody was able to discipline your child back in the day.
Oh yeah, boy, you make about better.
Streets, because when the kids got home, they told the parents how their day was and what happened in school. Oh, Anthony did this and that and the third. He said this to the teacher. By the time you got to your first block or walking home or getting off the bus, that whole neighborhood knew what you did.
Uh-huh. And they told her, think about this right here. Don't let your parents be at work. And they had to take off from work. And he'll come out to the school.
Lord Jesus. I can tell you one hand I've been spanked about 5 times in a school. I went to a Christian school when
Mhm.
I went to middle school. I was in a Christian school, and I was paddled twice. And I remember to this day how much it was how many. The first time I got 3 licks, the second time I got 8,
Then you had to go right back into the classroom.
and then go right back to the classroom after you calm down. But it was no calming down because when I got home and my dad showed up, it was a wrap, son. Because I was gonna get it all over again.
Yeah, it was just like my mom. I grew up in a single family, just my mom, but I had uncles, older cousins, know what I'm saying, around me, and built in the neighborhood. I I can count on my head. Yeah, I got. Yeah, I was one of them kids that like to play around and all that stuff. Got a pallet, go back in there, and you know when you get a pallet and go, and they see you back in the classroom, you didn't look at no other student when you walk back in there,
Yeah.
and then you always had that one person always come up to you. How did it feel? And
Hmm.
deep down, you want to knock him out.
This this is the thing, bro. Is that nobody holds these kids accountable,
Yeah.
and parents are expecting other people to do their job. I don't know. I don't. Here's the deal, bro. Last year, sometime it had to be at least 8 months ago,
Yeah.
if not further, in Atlanta, downtown Midtown, and you probably heard about this. A 13. It was during spring break. 13. I want to say a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old got shot and killed at don't quote me on it, but it was late at night.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. It was about the Georgia State campus.
Atlantic Station.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that. Yeah. Hmm.
Everybody's in an uproar. Gang this, gang that, blah 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 blah. First of all, what is your 13-year-old doing hanging out with 18-year-olds in the middle of the doggone at night, walking around downtown Atlanta? And I was questioning as should the parents be punished even though they already had a loss? You let your kids roam around.
Yeah.
You don't have no. Yes, when we were growing up, because we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have. Uh, uh, I think the closest thing we had was a pager, but I don't think that came out until we was like 16, 17 years old back in
Hmm.
98. But our parents knew our general location because they put electric fence around the places where we can go and where we cannot go.
And we had to tell them where we were going, and we better be in that place because they're gonna call see did we make it.
Or you had to come check in every hour and a half, every 2 hours. You had to come check in to show that you were fine. And when it got dusk, your butt was in the house,
Hmm.
not outside, not in the front door, not calling on the house phone and say, "Hey, I'm still here. Can I stay a little bit longer?" If you did not discuss that earlier in the day, you ain't doing it.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And it made me wonder. It made me wonder about them kids up there in Walkerville, Tennessee. I know their parents in the uproar. I already know it.
But why would they? But the question is, they're in the uproar because you didn't set your boundaries and say, listen, when you're at school, you're at school. You don't need your phone at school.
Hmm.
In TikToks and showing gestures like this in a public place where you're there for learning.
Hmm. and then you know there's a school shooting going on. You see what I'm saying? That's hey, you're not disciplining. If you're not disciplining your kids, I don't care. Take this is what I want some parents to do. This is what I want some parents to do. Take away the laptop. Only if you got to do schoolwork. Take away the laptop. Take away their tablet. Take away their iPad. Take away their phone for about 2 weeks. Cause Tony, you remember back in the day, right? We had to remember phone number, didn't we?
If you didn't have it written down, you wasn't calling nobody.
You sure did. Respect to Sirius S, Jay Wilson, Together, and Matty Fresh. And thing is, these kids are out of hand. See, nowadays, these parents not parenting. They want to get mad at you because you trying to keep their kids out of trouble. As soon as that kid get in trouble, they want to come to ask you what happened.
Bro, you will never lie. They do no. The parents are not being accountable. I'm gonna tell you this, bro. I'm a grown man. I still got to answer to my father.
Mm.
I'm 42 years old, bro, and still got to answer to my father and my mother.
Mm. Yep. I'm
because
taking this.
I respect them.
Mm-hmm.
With God's help, they have gotten me to the place where I am right now, and they continue to parent me, even though I'm 42 years old.
You still their little boy. You still their child.
I'm still their child.
Yeah. So I'm tell you what happened to me. What was it? Saturday. My 20-something-year-old nephew, right? I don't consider every question a dumb question because every question is not asked is dumb.
Right.
Hey, if you don't ask question, if you don't ask, you're not gonna know. He can't ask me, why you smoking half a cigarette? I'm like, dude, that's a stupid question to me because it don't have no substance to it. You see what I'm saying? It don't have. You ask a question like that, it don't have no substance to it. And I told him this right here. He told he told my niece, his sister, go wash his hands. Right?
Okay.
And I stepped in. I said, "Oh, you telling her to go wash your hand, but you don't clean the tub out before you go. Like you take a shower, then you go hop right back in the shower, take another shower with it. So who's dirtier, you or her?"
Mm.
He said, "That ain't the same." I said, "Yes, it is." I said, "You touch your phone, it's dirty. Now I sanitize it, but every time you put it down on the surface or put it in your pocket, guess what? Germs get right back on it." See, I'm trying to give them some knowledge, but you know the young folks don't want to listen. I said, every time you touch a surface, guess what? You get germs on your hand. Am I right, Tony?
Yeah.
He don't want to listen. That's what's wrong with these young folks. They think they know it all. You know, if we said that back in our day, shoot, we got a slap in the mouth.
You're right. But here's a question I got for you. Why do they think they know it all? Because
go ahead.
Nobody told them to listen to learn and not listen to respond.
Yep. And I keep telling her, you know what I keep telling her? I said, sometimes you got to close your mouth and open your ears. I said, some people listen, but they don't hear. Some people hear, but they ain't listening. He looked at me perplexed. I said, I've been in the world longer than you. And you know, I've been in the military, so I've been in different places.
Mm-hmm.
I said, look, I said, yeah, you did that to me. You didn't go to jail, but guess what? The judge didn't want to see the evidence I had. So in other words, she gave you a slap on the wrist. I said, ever since then, you still been in trouble. So who is the problem?
The thing is that these kids think it is fun and it's the norm to do stuff to get themselves to go to jail, to go appear in front of a judge because their friends did it. So why can't they do it?
Yeah.
And this is a problem. And I have an 18-year-old daughter. This weekend, and I am strict to the you don't hang out with boys until that boy knocks on at your door and asks if you can hang out with him.
And
I
we had
told you
you.
I'm old school, brother. I'm old school.
Hey, that what we had to do the old days.
Yes,
Shoot.
when somebody calls you on that house phone, hi, my name is Anthony, and I was wondering if I can speak to so and so.
And it was only one house phone.
It was one house phone. You had what 15, 20 minutes on that call,
Uh-huh.
and then if you had to share it with your brothers and sisters. The deal is that again. Wait. I'll tell you this. So my daughter says she want to go hang out with two schoolmates. Okay, you're 18 now. I'm gonna test this theory. So she decided to go to her friend's house or go to the mall and then walk to one of these little boys' house.
Mm.
Now, did you think she did the 18-year-old responsible thing to do?
No.
It's called me and say, hey, we walk to the friend's house. His mom said, meet us there and we can, she'll give me a ride home right afterwards. No, she just walked there. And then think there was nothing wrong because she told me afterwards. Now, first of all, knowing my anger and my temper when it comes to my children,
Uh-huh.
of all people, she should know that if anything happens to my daughters, or my sons, I would tear up Georgia.
Oh yeah.
But the fact of the matter is that these kids think that they are not held accountable because they're 18.
Yeah.
You're still a child.
Yeah, you sure are. You sure is.
And to go back to what these kids did, regardless if they're white or black, why would you get upset and want to do an uproar because they got suspended for doing something they know they're not supposed to do?
Bingo.
We know hey, listen, Georgia has a what's that speed? What is it called? When you going over the super speeder?
Yeah.
We know we're not supposed to speed.
Yep.
But why you want to go and try to defend yourself when you did something wrong?
Yeah. I'm gonna read some series just said that spoke to what you were just saying. They are giving them too much leeway. These kids are too entitled. They have no accountability or responsibility. These kids really entitled. Some these parents say, "Oh, I'm gonna give my kids this and that because I ain't have it."
And parents don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
They don't want to be a parent. They want to be a friend.
Yeah. And what did our mom and dad used to tell us, and our uncles and the older folk? Oh, will you give me this? What they tell you?
Oh,
You gotta
I'm
go.
not your friend.
I'm not your friend, and you got to go earn it. You had to go earn what you wanted when you were younger. These kids, these days, they are not earning nothing. It's just given to them. Why are? Yeah, you're right. I said that before. Parents, some parents are being trying to be their friend. When do you start parenting?
They were supposed to start parenting when at birth. But see, you got these parents, and yes, I had my oldest when I was young. I had both of my kids, but both of my two oldest when I was young. But I also had guidance from my parents on how to be a parent.
Yeah, it's like you not see. Some people think you got to shadow your kids. You don't have to shadow your kids. Cause think about this old school right here, Tony. You know when you used to go after your parents. You go to the store. You they give you that talk before they leave.
Mm-hmm.
Don't touch nothing. Don't ask for nothing. And don't go. Do not leave my side. Them the three rules, right? Them the three rules, right? Oh, touch something. Ask for something. You leave their side. You got it right there in that store. Did anybody say anything back then? Nope. See, you don't have to so called beat your child. Whooping them up is okay. But these parents these days so scared of the kids calling the law on them for whooping them, they span the rod and try to spoil the
Exactly.
child.
But so there's always an age limit to everything to me. But there's also so much that, first of all, you cannot parent your kid and then drop them off in the world and say good luck.
Yep. Yep, you sure that you sure okay. And then on top of that, you see your kids out to school and you working, you send them out of school. Let's say the parent ain't working. Let's play David. Say the parent's not working. They get help from somebody, whatever. You can send them to school. That's your babysitter. That would consider some. That's what some parents consider school babysitters.
Exactly.
You think school gonna teach your child how to act right? This right here, this that right here. Nowadays, schools not teaching them how to write in cursive. That's
But you know the reason why, right? And you know when it stopped, right?
go ahead and explain it to me.
It,
Explain it to the
writing
audience.
in cursive, writing is irrelevant these days. Everything's done on electronical devices.
Yep.
I think the few jobs that you have to write something is when you write a report for law enforcement, but everything other than that, even when you write a ticket now, it comes on. It's on a printed page that you do in your patrol car. So what's the point? I go further than that. Kids don't know how to use a clock,
Yeah.
a digital, not a digital, a hand clock.
Don't
You
know
can
the
ask them
minute, second, or hour hand.
exactly. Hey, your kid asks you what time is it, and you say it's a quarter to 4. Some of them are lost.
Yeah. I'm
What does
taking you
that
for
mean?
look. I'm taking you for that. I'm taking you for that. You remember 8 tracks and the records was out.
Say it again.
You remember when 8 tracks and funnel records out 45s?
Yeah.
Ask the kid what a record is. That thing is a whole track. It's a whole song.
Hmm. And again, funny story. This I used to coach cheerleading back in the day, and this girl told me, she said, "You know what I always wanted to do? I always wanted to jump in the car and put the window down with the knob." I just said, "Poor baby,
Oh, it should be roller window down.
roll the window down." Poor baby.
You,
It starts with us, and this is the problem. When we were growing up, a lot of us that's on this chat and is listening, whatever have you, our parents, some of our parents was really strict, and a lot of us, not saying, I say a small amount of us stated this one comment: "When I have kids, I'm not going to do it the way you did it."
And you know what our parents used to tell us? Okay, okay. You take up photo, just wait till you had kids. They wasn't that they come back.
Your kids are going to be 10 times worse than you are.
Yep. and, and and the thing is, it's like this. Remember when you had to write a letter,
Yeah.
put it in an envelope, put the return address on there, put your address on there, put a stamp on it, and stick it in the mailbox.
Yeah.
Now all they do now is email, right?
It's email or send a text.
Yep.
People don't even talk to each other no more. But this is my this in my household. Don't text me when you're right upstairs.
When you come downstairs, respect the silverback, respect to Lord La, respect to Queen E James podcast. And that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Why you gonna text me and we in the next room to each other?
Exactly.
Why you gonna call me? Now here's the crazy part right here, Tony. Why you gonna text me? We sitting right across from each other.
Yeah, you text me. You know what? And I'm gonna tell you this. I, as a joke, and sometimes I do it as being a parent. When their phone is in their face, 20, and you can't get a conversation at them, I'll text them. I text my daughter and be like, "Put your phone down," because that I done said it twice, and you're not even paying. You got your earbuds in, you got your this, that, and the third. Hey, put your phone down for a second. Let's talk about some things. Miss Serious, you hit a great point. We do have to educate our children. And we do have to let them fall sometimes, which every parent has done in the previous. We have to let them fall sometimes. But you also have to be there to show them that even when you mess up, I'm going to give you the right and the wrong about it, and we're going to move on from it. But some parents don't even do that. They want to see what the others did wrong before they check what their child done wrong. Do not come in my house and say the teacher don't like me. The teacher said this. The teacher did this. And my first question is, what did you do? Don't feed me a whole bunch of BS. Just like there is faulty cops out there, there's also faulty adults out there too. That means you no good. But I got to see, what did you do?
Yep. And that's, see, old school. That they said what electric report card holder or city report card holder in the mail or something like that now.
Report cards come to you in the doggone mail now.
What did we used to have to do back in the old days?
Man, listen, I ain't even gonna talk about that because listen, there's been a few report cards that I almost thought I lost my life. Okay.
Oh, you already know what I'm going. You already know where I'm going with that, right?
Right.
See, when you had to take your report card home, you see the grade. You see what the grade you got on there first, and they had to sign it. You had to take it right back to the school. If that grade wasn't satisfactory to your parents, you already know what you're gonna get.
Oh yeah. Look, man. Look, we talking about these kids today, not flashbacks from
Yeah,
a couple of years ago.
yeah. But what I'm saying is, sometimes some like you, like me. Sometimes old school got to come back.
Oh, no doubt.
That's why I said, take one of these electronic devices from your kids. See what they're gonna do. How they gonna react.
I'm gonna tell you how they react, and I think most parents agree with me on this one. What they gonna do is they're gonna sit there and pout, and they're gonna start complaining about, oh, you don't love me because you took my phone away. That's all. I can't have friends. I can't have fun. Blah 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 blah. And
I'm gonna ask you right here, Tony. I'm gonna check this too. Respect to April Showers. Happy birthday, Sharonda Williams.
happy birthday, Sharona.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Out of 100 parents that does that, how many gonna fold?
80.
I go higher than that. I say about 90. I say about 90. Cause I look at this.
You know one thing I cannot stand?
Yeah,
One thing I cannot stand is negativity from parents
yeah.
when it comes to their children.
Mm-hmm.
If a 5-year, 4-year-old is acting up, and some adult, or either that's a bad child. No, you're a bad parent.
There you go. And another thing, Tony, is with a 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old know all the words to a rap song or a song and don't know how to count and don't know the ABCs, which is essential to their learning,
Mm.
it ain't nothing wrong with that child. It's something wrong with that parent.
Yeah.
I'm tell you what I did with my niece. I used to work somewhere else do a night shift. Used to when I get off, go over there Saturday morning, keep her, lay on my chest. We both fall asleep. I be I be I was counting to her, and I was saying the ABCs while she was little. Started teaching her early,
Mm-hmm.
cause like you said, look at some of these kids. You already know in Atlanta, how many young folks you see walking around here late at night?
I used to work in Atlanta. I know exactly what you're saying, bro.
Where you where the parents at?
Again, it goes back to all these underage kids outside past a certain time.
Yeah, and what our parents used to tell us, you out past a certain time, there ain't nothing out there but what trouble.
Mm-hmm. Nothing good happens after 10 o'clock. How do you think I have 4 kids?
I won't look. I won't go on. Hey, I won't go on there, Tony. I won't go on there. Look, I'm like this right here. Like these hip hop songs and these so-called R&B songs these days. No substance to them. No
Mm-mm.
meaning to them. Respect to Miss V. No substance to them. When we grew up, Public Enemy, Queen Latifah, what the other group? Damn, I can't think of that group name from New York. Rapper Delight.
Oh, Wu Tang, Boot Camp Click,
Yeah,
uh, all these groups, um, and in a lot of rap songs they did. Yeah, they talked about drugs, they talk about sex, they talk about this, that, and the third. But a lot of that was a life lesson on what they were going through.
yeah. And I said, the reason I put Public Enemy and Queen Latifah in there, it was because, you know how now people talk about social injustice?
Mm-hmm.
They was been speaking about that long time ago. Think about Luther Vandross, Otis Redding, Temptation, Smokey Robinson, Anita Baker, Regina Bell. I can go on and on with old school musicians. You listen to the words of their song, it tells you about the life they live.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and somebody said something other night, think Saturday night. Don P said this right here. Beyonce, she talk about all the single ladies, right?
Right.
And girls listen to that. But think about it. Is she single? Is she independent? Yeah, I can say she independent a little bit, but she got Jay-Z, right? So they listen to all this other stuff on this social media. Social media, I'm talking about all platforms, it's not talking about real life. It's not real. Some social media is not real life. Especially on Instagram. Look at the Instagram models. Take that for instance. How many little girls or teenagers see the Instagram models that think they live that kind of life? You see what I'm saying? Boys going around here with the pants sagging like it all good. But yet their parents ain't teaching them nothing at the house. They not sitting there talking to their children.
This is the thing, bro. And we are doing our kids a disjustice when it comes to us being parents. We try to reverse, or no, we try to fix a will that worked for us that is not working for them. They they believe that, like you said, social media is the truth. Our social media was a piece of paper. If it wasn't black and white, it wasn't real, right? It didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
We
Cause
took what our we took what our parents did for us and reversed it.
mm,
Again, we're not going to treat our kids like you treat us, but we seem to fall right back to it. Some of us did, some of us didn't. When you say social media, that was the worst thing ever to introduce for kids' entertainment. It's worse for adult entertainment.
yeah, I'm telling you this right here. When you said that, when we said some parents send their children to school cause that they free babysitter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, at the same time, they throw an iPad, tablet, laptop, phone. I would say TV, but I ain't gonna say TV. Oh, just to get them out their hair.
You know what? The one thing besides discipline, these kids are missing in their life:
What is it?
structure.
Yeah. Cause
I, being
yep.
a military brat, and also being a veteran myself, I see that these kids are missing structure.
Yep. Yep.
The first,
Yep.
and what I mean by that is this right here. Before we went to school, and I got another point after that, but before we went to school, our parents told us, don't go to school acting a fool. You're going there to learn and to learn only. How many parents still tell those kids first, second, third grade that these days?
None. And we got not one. Hey, Tony. Then another thing is, when your parents you get ready to go to school, you had all your school clothes for the whole week.
The whole week, and that's why I'm getting into structure. And I don't know how most parents did, but this was my father, and this is my mother. Monday, when you got up to go to school, you made your bed, you brushed your teeth, you got dressed, ate your breakfast, and you was waiting. You was waiting for the school bus to show up because you wasn't getting a ride.
You better not miss that school bus.
Or with us is that we, me and my sister, we rode our bikes to school. We lived in a military base, so we was able to have that luxury to ride our bikes to school. But don't be late. You know what time to leave. When you got home, if my parents were there or they stepped out or was working, then we had to get a snack, call our parents wherever they were, and it usually was my dad at work because he was next to a phone, and say we made it home.
Mm-hmm.
It was homework, dinner, little bit of TV, shower, bath, whatever, little bit of toy time, bedtime.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and I used to get upset because there was days where I used to go to sleep because bedtime was 8:30, 9 o'clock, and the sun was still up.
And all the rest of your friends out there playing, you laying in bed.
Yes.
And you better
not say our structure.
Yeah.
That was our structure Monday through Friday. Saturday,
and then you had Saturday
chores you had to get done
before anything else.
And if your chores wasn't done, you wasn't going outside playing.
Mm-mm. And then another thing, I'm speaking on what you just talked about 8 o'clock. They say, "Oh, they outside play. You better not come out your house. Oh, but they outside playing. I'm not their parent. I'm your parent.
Mm-hmm.
You do what I say. You're my house."
Hey, I said that once, and then see how you going to take me back to doggone. I said that one time, they let it slide. I said it the week after. I got good sleep that night.
I know you did.
I got real good sleep that night because I think it was about 6:37. I was in my bed.
And I'll tell you what my mom did. I told your girl single parent household. If she wasn't there, she said, "You going to stay at so and so house?" And we went to so and so house.
Mm-hmm.
You already know what. Hey, so you on the day rules, right?
Yes.
You act up and let your parents find out that you act up there. They had to discipline you there. Guess what?
You're going to get it when you got to the house.
Uh-huh. Look,
you know the bad thing about it is, bro, and it's funny. That was the second point I got made. Is that, and I understand this. Or females have a difference because their names can change, their last name can change, but nobody respects their name anymore.
No, they don't.
I respect my father's last name.
Yeah.
Because he molded with God's hands, he helped mold me to be the man I am today. So, and I respect him. I love my father, and it is that my last name means everything to me. Because if you can't respect my word or respect, that means you don't respect my last name. That means I disrespect my father.
Yeah. Respect to Miss A for shower B Rob. And it's like this. I be talking to some back to my nephew again. He said he called female the B's and H's. I started to ask a question. I said, would you call your grandmama, your sister, your mom, dad? You know what he had the nerve to tell me?
Please
And
don't tell me he said yes.
yeah, he said, yeah, she made me mad. You know, it took everything in my power, everything in my power, not to knock him out, don't you?
Oh, listen, I would have been asking the God right then and there, take me now.
hmm And I told her this right here. You know, as we older and the women in the chat, respect to it's just ETV. We older and the people in the chat older, right?
Yeah.
We know how to use words. We know how to use words. I said there's two things. If say, hey Tony, if I tell you uh your wife, right? I said it that way. Then I come back and say, oh, how your girl doing? What's the difference? What's the difference in how? What's the difference in what I say?
You just disrespected my wife.
Yeah, but if I say your girlfriend or your girl or your lady, and you said, I asked him, did he have? I said, do you have a girl? He said, yeah, but I didn't say girlfriend. What's the difference in the way I said it? You see what I'm saying?
It's the content of how you say it.
Yeah,
I
but
believe in old school.
it's the same thing, right? Although I didn't put friend on that, because some people look at girlfriend as a woman as their friend.
That is true.
Then I told him, I said, I might be. He said so. I said, I might be recording,
Mm.
right? He said, oh, you ain't got no recording. Let me see. I got $20. I cash you $20. I said, I ain't gotta let you see nothing. The point I was trying to make to him is, I did not say I was. I did not say I wasn't. See, that goes to show you how some people listen to how words are said. They don't
That is
listen.
true.
See,
They sure don't.
did I? Hey, when I said I might be recording, did I say I was or did I say I wasn't? I didn't say neither one, did I?
No. You don't. But again, people do not listen to learn; they listen to respond.
Mm-hmm.
That's the craziest thing about people these days is that they do not listen to respond or listen to learn anything, and that goes back to generations. Everybody thinks they know more than the next person.
Yep. See, hey, Tony, we are not. Me and you are not gonna know more than your mom and dad, are we?
No, and even if I'm in law enforcement, my dad is not in law enforcement. But guess what? If he has some type of knowledge on something that is dealt with on a day, I listen
Yep.
because if I listen, there's something that he says that might make me a different person, or a different person of thinking, uh, thinking differently.
Yep. Respect the silverback kid. And
Hey,
kid,
Pusha, you gonna say something?
so he probably on the road.
Oh,
But it's like this.
No, I was just listening to y'all. I didn't want to interrupt y'all conversation.
Like
come
I
on
tell
in here,
so,
brother.
like I told tell so your people. I said, you'll never know more than me. They said they looked at me with that perplexed look, right? I said they just asked the question why? Because I'm always learning something.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you'll never know. That's why we'll never know more than these people that older than us, which they
And
don't understand.
and they always got knowledge, dude.
Hmm.
Always got knowledge. And the bad thing about it is that people do not want it. They it's just like forming judgment on a conversation before you even have the conversation. That's like me coming in here and be like, oh shit, that they did all this
He back up.
because they're just kids.
Yeah, and Yeah, it's just like coming in. It's just like coming in the conversation, and somebody say, "What you think about well, what we talking about?" I don't know what y'all were talking about. I do not know what y'all were talking about.
It
So how
was
you gonna
like
ask me that question?
it was like that female from 2 weeks ago. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
And she asked me about the nuclear war.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I gave her and then she started going. She didn't know what she was talking about.
No.
She didn't know what was on the subject. She just threw it out there and was looking for an argument. What's up, Twister?
What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Big bro,
Yeah.
Tony, what's going on with you, my brother? Been a minute, man. How things going with you over there in your end, my brother?
I'm doing right, man. These 12 hours is kicking my tail, but you know what? God has given me the strength to make it through it.
Hey, man, been there, done that.
Yeah, that brings me to the point. Some people ask me why I'm always smiling and sometimes happy. You know what I say? You know what I tell them? Look, I ain't 6 feet under.
Mm-hmm.
That's something to be happy about.
So let me ask you this. And this goes for you and Twister and the chat group. So and give me your thoughts about this. How do we change this generation thought process on everything? This generation is nothing but a fast food restaurant. They want things right then and there. They don't want to work for it. They want to be able to just drive up to the window and get it.
I can answer you that, bro. Number one, things was handed to them. Things was handed to them. Like when you and Big Bro D2 were talking about earlier before I came up on this panel, y'all was talking about social media. These guys want to quickly become famous and get noticed. Like these women on OnlyFans and Instagrams are out there showing their asses and whatnot, trying to get attention. And then when you get that attention,
We about to border show that.
sorry, my fault. Excuse me. But back to that, they showing a whatever, they cleave whatever. They showing their body parts. And then we get noticed and everything like that. Then they get feeling some type of way, and they talking about they getting stalked and all that whatnot. Be careful how you use your body, and you won't get that type of attention. Be careful how you use yourself out there. And back to the kids on this TikTok thing, they just want to get noticed. They just want to get noticed. Oh, look at me, or trying to get a quick dollar without getting off your tail and going to work and make ends meet like me and you, all three of us in this panel. Because every time I'm on here, I'm mostly at work or on break.
Yeah.
I'm probably the youngest guy in this panel right now. I'm 37 years old. I was born in the 1980s. We grew up and our parents, we would show respect. Like y'all said before, we go to school to learn. We want to go to the next grade so we can learn about education. If you want to get a reward, you got to make all A's and B's, sometimes C's. If you want to play Nintendo or Sega Genesis back in the day, you got to earn it by your grades. If you don't get good grades, you won't play video games and you don't watch TV. You just go and do your homework and get it going. That's how we get our respect, our rewards. We don't get shit handed to us. We earn it. Discipline. You talk back to a grown person, you won't get that ass whooped. Switch, belt, stitching cord, sometimes a stick. A couple of people say a goddamn frying pan. This generation is weak, bro. Brothers and sisters in the chat, this generation is weak. It's done got too soft, man. Where's the hard-nosed parent, like the alpha father? You know, a strong woman who cares about their children and show them tough love to get them ready for the real world. Now, people going by their feelings, bro. They feelings, how you feel, It's not about that. I'm gonna say like how my homeboy said, fuck your feelings and go about living your life. It's like trying to go out there and you want to talk about folks, but somebody come back at you and say the same thing about you. You want to go ride and cry. If you can't, if you can't dish it out, if you can dish it out, you better learn how to take it. Don't dish it out and your ass can't take it. Bro, I can go on and on, bro. I can make people piss if I talk like this, man.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you 100%, Twister. I make my kids get so mad with me because one, I stand up with them. I stand up for them when it warrants themselves. But if you did wrong, you did wrong, and we're gonna deal with that when we get to the house. And like you said, weak. It's because they have no knowledge of nothing. They were born with the internet. They were born with cell phones. And they always, y'all remember when Mama said, you think your friends know more than me? Well, go stay with your friends then.
I'm gonna tell you this right here. It's like people said something that had caught my attention, right? They're weak. You know why they're weak? Their parents are weak.
Mm.
You know why their parents are weak? Their parents were weak. I'm gonna ask Tony this question right here. How many times have you responded to a scene where the child whooped the parent butt?
Okay, so I'm not a patrolman yet.
Yeah, but
But I've been in situations when doing my security job before I got into law enforcement that the parents, like you said, hey, don't ask for nothing when we go in the store.
mm-hmm.
And that kid start acting a fool as soon
Mm-hmm.
as they said no.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that happen, and the pushing, the shoving, and the whatever have you. And listen, like, hey, listen, boy, you put your hands on somebody else again, regardless you're 15, 14, 12, you're going in these cuffs.
Mm-hmm.
But it's I've taken different approaches to different situations when I had the authority to do it.
Mm.
Some of these kids, again, just need somebody to talk to them.
Yep, you are right.
Some of
And
these kids are just need someone to show them that, listen, your actions is going to affect you in the future. Believe it or not, your actions right now is going to affect, because you think that you're doing right when you're wrong. And then I look at some of these parents and said, you better correct this before it turns to a bigger ball of wax and you can't get yourself out of it. It's like quicksand. You step into it, and if you don't have the devices to get your butt out of it, then you don't have the knowledge to get your butt out of it, guess what's going to happen? You're going to sink to the bottom and you're going to die.
yep. And, I just remember what B-Rod has said. Some of these kids, I'm gonna see tell me if I'm right or wrong, Cat, Tony, B-Rod. Some kids do stuff for attention because the parents not paying them attention at home.
Absolutely.
Some kids do stuff for the attention. It's an outcry, and the parents don't see the signs. But let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that last part. They see the signs. They don't care because they're more worried about what they say. I'm going to put it this way. There's some parents, men and women, don't care. They care more about the man or the woman they are with than their kids.
You are, oh boy. Do not bring that. Don't bring that cereal in this doggone grits pot now.
Oh, it coming. It's coming. Look here. I got the butter and salt and pepper to go right on in there with it.
Tony, you know D2 gonna throw some shit up in there. You know D2 gonna throw some stuff in this.
He already know.
Be prepared for this.
Yes,
And
sir.
Tony, you know this.
and think about it, especially some women. Child out there, other asking something, got a man over, and she trying to get some, and her child messing up the flow. She mad at the damn child, but but that's your child.
That is your child.
What you mad at the child for? Cause then all of a sudden, let's take a teenager for instance. You're not paying. She not paying attention. She paying more attention to the man. Her teenage daughter. All of a sudden, she like I said, teenage daughter bring a guy over. She still ain't paying attention. Her teenage daughter in there getting on with another guy, but she in there with a man. Then she decided to go check on her daughter. She catch him in the act. Then you mad at the child. You can't be mad at the child for what she did, cause guess what? She did what she seen you do.
The thing about it, girl, is that your kids are going to follow your footsteps.
Yeah, they don't do what you say; they do what they see.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are like a goddamn hard drive.
Yeah,
It's like a hard drive.
yeah,
They're gonna do what they think they're gonna do.
yeah,
Whatever they see y'all doing it, they're gonna think they can do it too.
yeah. And then another part of that scenario is that son, daughter, don't matter which one. If you're not paying attention to your child and you're paying more attention to your relationship with somebody else, the child gonna go seek attention from somewhere else and try to get some kind of attention from whatever. Then all of a sudden you get a call from the jail, and you wonder why your child locked up. Then you won't get mad at the person or people or business that got them locked up, but and you're gonna be mad at the police for them get locked up. But hello, you gotta take a look back in the mirror. You gotta look at yourself. You gotta look at reflection. Would they been in that position? You can't be mad at the person who pressed charges against them. You can't be mad at the business who pressed charges against them. You can't be mad at the police who put them in handcuffs and stuck them in the holding cell. Only person you can be mad at is yourself. Cause you were too busy worried about this man leaving you. You're too busy worried about this woman leaving you. So to that child, your relationship is more important with that man and that man or woman than your relationship with me. That's how the child was thinking, right?
That's the only way they can think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So why they gonna get mad?
Because you don't have any self accountability.
Bingo. Hey Tony, B-Rob, chat. You know we're gonna make some parents mad this morning, don't you?
Like
Hey,
you
listen.
give a damn.
And I'm gonna tell you this: I'm not a perfect parent.
Nobody who is perfect.
Hey, listen, and again, and nobody speaks, and I won't say nobody. I speak highly of my parents, and my parents will tell you that they wasn't, because we didn't come with instruction books. It's based on, but it's based on common sense. If you know your child is being disruptive in school, like you said, is either seeking attention, they have some type of a learning disability and trying to cope with it. For example, if your child it cannot see what's written on the board, so his work is not clear, instead of saying you're stupid or I can't believe you couldn't get this, that's the easiest thing. 2 + 2 is 4. When that 2 looks like a doggone 5 to that kid, because he doesn't have eyeglasses. You have to assess the situation instead of getting mad at that child or getting mad at that teacher or getting mad at that. Now, again, there's some teachers who just don't give a damn. They're there for a paycheck. As little as it is, they're there for a paycheck. But we have to, as an adult, assess the situation, show that child, your child, that child that's under your authority, that you do care, and we're going to do everything possible to make it right. But the child has to be on the same accord. The child cannot be disrespectful, but. And then I always think there's always a reason why a child is disrespectful. You brought up the point. The child is disrespectful because the parents are not there. They're not giving them that discipline. They're not giving them that love. They're not giving them that caring, that hug that they need every night. That's saying good night to them every night and good morning to them every day. Again, my child is 18 years old. Could be driving. I work 12 hours at night. But every night that I work, I call her and say goodnight to her.
Mm-hmm.
I call my two youngest ones as much as I can if they pick up their phone and say goodnight to them.
Yep.
I don't send a text. I call and let them hear my voice. Every day I pick up my daughter. Every day that when the time permits itself, I call my children, or I sit down and talk with them and ask them, "How was your day?"
Yep.
And you know what? And one thing that I do not do is take "it was good" and let them ride with it. I'm gonna see what happened every 5 minutes of your day, because again, I'm learning what you're learning, and you have somebody to talk to.
Yep.
Amen to that.
Yeah. And you said that. I love the way you said it too. You know the way you said it too. Parents, you can sit down and talk to your children, but some parents don't talk to their children. They talk at them.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference.
Yes.
And some parents sit down and listen to their children like you do. But there's some parents that sit there and listen to the child don't let the child get finished when they telling them what's going on. They want to interrupt them.
Mm. And you know what? There's certain. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Twister.
Yeah, I'm finna go back to work. Let me say this real quick and I'm gonna drop down real quick. Parents nowadays need to learn how to understand what the heck the children's mind is, what's wrong with them. Because sometimes when a kid want to talk to the parent, sometimes the parent like, not right now. I gotta do this, and then I sit down and talk to you. But you never know what that kid been through. Maybe he got bullied. Maybe she got bullied. Maybe she got harassed. Maybe he got harassed. Y'all gotta stop whatever you doing as parents and see what's wrong with your kid. And you be wondering why they do what they do, being with the bad crowd, be with the street niggas out there in the streets and the hood and the project. You be wondering because you don't give them that attention, especially when they need your advice or anything. If you got a man at home, females, if you got a woman at your house, males, stop what y'all doing. Tell them, hey, baby, hold that thought right now. Let me go see what my kid want. Talk to your kid. Listen to what the kid got to say. And try to understand what he's trying to mean, he or she. And try to get to the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these kids need that. They need their parents. That's why some of these kids right now, as we see today, talking the way they talking, because they're not disciplined. No, I don't have any kids, but I've been around a lot of women that had kids, and I learned because I had to discipline a couple of kids and show them respect. And show how, not to talk back to grown folks. Because back in our days, you talk back to a grown person, they would beat the dog crap out of you. or they will go out there and tell your parents and let your parents beat the crap out you. That's how we do it back in the day as a community. Nowadays, like I said before, Tony and Big Bro D True, this generation is weak and they got a lot of things handed to them. And yes, my brothers, I gotta go. God bless y'all, chat. D True, Tony, man, it's nice talking with y'all, man. I wish I could stay longer with y'all, but I gotta go back to work. Wolf's gotta eat, man.
I hear you, brother.
And to that point, I'm gonna ask Tony this question and chat this question. Because a child, be a boy or girl, don't feel loved at home, don't get attention at home, do you think that's why some of these boys and girls join the game?
I'm going to make sure I put my words. I'm going to say 50-50. The reason why I say that, yes, they're earning for acceptance.
Yeah.
And they're earning for somebody to show that they care, either it's the right way or the wrong way. On the other half, some kids just do it because everybody else is doing it.
Follow the leader.
And one thing that I hate, just like these folks up in Chicago, you make a choice to do what you do. There's no such thing as I'm a subject to my environment.
You're right.
I do not believe that, not one bit. I'm a black man, and if I live in a white neighborhood, does that mean that I'm white? And I got to be a farmer or I got to wear boots? My kids are mixed, and they go to a Hispanic community. Do they have to speak Spanish? No, you are who you are. You choose what you want to do. No, you chose to go in there and steal something. You chose to take your phone and make TikTok videos in the middle of class with your hands up in a structure of a gun. You chose to do that.
Yep.
That's not your environment. That's what you chose to do. Now, because everybody else is doing it on TikTok, everybody else is doing it on Instagram and Facebook, so you decided to do what everybody else is doing. Nobody wants to be a leader and say, hey, this is not right.
And I guarantee you, that's what I said, the parent won't be upright because they got suspended about that. But how many parents, how many out of them 50 students that got suspended, their parents disciplined their butt?
No, not near a bit, because I bet you all those parents are doing the fast food way to try to protect their kids.
Pacifier.
And pacify them and go after somebody else for their kids for your kids misbehaving.
I heard this sometimes, a few times. Oh, that ain't my child. That ain't my child. He or she ain't like that. How do you know? Do you sit and talk to him? Do you listen to him? And like we said, it teaches sick you. They want that love. And parents just sitting in front of the tablets and laptops and social media and try to be their friend. You can't be your child's friend. Because guess what? When they get grown and get out in this world, and you give them just about everything that you didn't have, they're gonna expect people to give them stuff. But guess what? They could be in a rude awakening when they get out of here. Society is not gonna give them nothing. And I'm gonna ask the chat and you just, Tony. How many of our people How I ain't gonna say our people. How many people in the United States? I'm across all lines, skin tones. How many of people that went to school or going to school? I do not care in elementary, middle school, high school, college. Know the laws.
The real laws,
The real
not
laws.
too, is a very, very small percentage. And now your Wikipedia laws, everybody knows that.
Hmm. The street laws, they know that.
They know the street laws.
They just see that's the thing. Some parents don't even know. Don't some parents don't even know the laws. Some parents don't even sit down. Granted, school is it kind of like a babysitter. They really right these days. They really not teaching them nothing really in school. But we are our kids' first teacher, right?
Yeah.
Sit down with your children or your child. See what they learn in school. I'm gonna tell you a funny story right here, Tony. In history class, right? The teacher said something, and I didn't get smart with him. I just said, "Oh, that's not right." The teacher got mad and sent me to the principal office. Called my mom. My mom said, "What you said to him?" I said, what he was." I said, "What he was talking about wasn't right." She said, "How you know?" I said, "Come with me. Come to the library. You know, back then we had to go to the library."
Mm-hmm.
I said,
Mm-hmm.
I did my research. What they got in some stuff they got in history book is not right. And the teacher got mad at me. She said, "Okay, son, come on, come on, let's go home. Because if you know what's right and you know somebody's not right, and I won't try to debate the teacher. I'll just let them know, hey, I know this right here," and the teacher looked perplexed. You see what I'm saying? If you know, you know. But I said that to say this: parents are not sitting down with their children and talking. They are not saying what their children are learning. They are not trying to teach their children right and wrong. They are not trying to teach their children that they are not entitled what for anything. They're not teaching their child they got to go earn this stuff.
And then again, that's what the main point of that is. Parents got to be parents.
Yeah.
Parents got to be. Parents got to be. We got to stop allowing other people to dictate how we should raise our kids.
Bingo.
We got to stop thinking that social media is supposed to raise our kids. As we can tell in the last couple of years, that ain't working for them.
Mm-mm. Nope.
That is not working for them. Like brother said, we got to take the time to talk and listen. And here's the devil's advocate to that comment. Old school folks really didn't listen to their kids.
No.
You understand what you know what I mean? Old
Mm-hmm.
school folks really did not listen to their kids, not one bit.
Mm-mm.
Is what you said? It was it
Is my way or the highway?
or the highway. But I do believe, and I can speak for experience, that they have learned how to listen. That they have learned how to listen. They have learned how um, to get a better understanding of why we did what we did back in the day. as a child.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes time. It really does. But somewhere in between them having kids and a lot of us having kids, we dropped the ball.
Yeah.
We
Yep.
have dropped the ball when it comes to parenting. And I tell you right off the rip, and a lot of people say it, it's not the children, it's the parents.
Yep.
And we are at fault of how these kids are today.
Yep.
Another thing is some of these kids having kids is it really jacked up the revolution of life.
I was just thinking that too. I was just thinking that. And you know something else? We're gonna lead this live on a positive note. We're not saying all parents are like that. There's some great parents out there. They're doing what we saying they are doing. And they doing a great job. I don't care two parents household or a single parents household. They're doing a doggone good job of it.
Oh yeah.
And that's some parents out there still got the old school ways.
Well, you know,
Maybe.
this is to combat that is there's three types of parents out there. One who does too little, who doesn't do enough. There's ones that do way too much, and those two are about the same because those are the kids that rebut everything that you say or anything that you do. Then you have those parents in the middle who do just what the common sense and being a good parent. And those are the kids who strive. They discipline their kids, but they love their kids. And they understand that discipline is love.
Yep.
When it comes to children.
Yep. And it didn't hurt us, did it?
It sure didn't.
sometimes we think about like, man, why the heck did I do that stupid thing to get my butt whooped?
Boy, what? What? Hey, I look at that. I think about that a lot of times. And you know the funny, the good thing about it is that I could go back to my parents and be like, "Hey, y'all remember when I did this? And you almost broke my back, and you almost broke my neck." And then oh, I hate y'all. Y'all only think y'all can do. But then I think about it now as a grown man. I'm like, what was I thinking?
I'll tell you one story. Then we're gonna get out of here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got a test, right? I got a failing grade on it. She told me, take it home, get your mama to sign it. You already know what I did. You can sense what I did.
You probably did the same thing I did.
And I'm trying to be a smart ass, right? I put her signature on there. Boy, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. But guess what? I spelled the first name wrong. The teacher called my mom. My mom found out. Oh, she didn't say nothing when I got home. She waited till I got out the tub.
You had all the pores open up.
Oh, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, she got me then. I guess she was still mad. Oh, I thought I was nice asleep. No, she got me again. I got her twice for doing that. So, and I laugh about it today, like, you idiot. I was thinking about, you idiot, you spelled your mama name wrong. You should have spelled it right. You would have got in trouble.
You wait a minute. Wait a minute. You thought that if you spelled the name right. No, bro. I gotta disagree with you on this. You should have
No,
said, "You idiot! You forged your mother's name."
no, I'm finna say. No, I'm finna say. I said. Then I thought again, like, man. I said, even if I probably spelled it right, they probably still know the difference. I still would have got my butt tore up. See, I can laugh about it today because I know it was a right,
Mm-hmm.
and I
And you
know
know
I can
what?
I can laugh about it because I know I deserve what I got.
And you know what? These kids don't think that we've done the things they did. Now, to a certain extent, there's some things these kids do that I have never done and will never do.
Whew, you're right. We'll skip school before they ain't nothing there.
Yeah, we'll skip school.
Yeah,
We'll cheat off a test.
yeah. But we ain't finna go hit no teacher. Oh,
Hey, look.
you
Let's
hold
take
on.
this straight up.
Hold on. You laugh. You probably did.
Oh, not me. Did I tell you? Did I tell you that I used to live in a military base?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That means if I hit a teacher, I was probably getting my ass whooped from the time I left the school to the time I got home until my dad got home and did it again.
Ooh. Yeah. But
But the
yep,
thing is, bro, is that like I said, these kids don't think we've done what they have thought about doing or have done.
yep.
And and I explain that to my kids. You know what? I smoke marijuana. You can put me on a lot. Hey, I put that on my application. I did that a long time ago, but I smoke marijuana.
When the story got some candy that we were supposed to get.
Right. Yeah,
So
I don't stole condoms out of the store before. Who hasn't? You was embarrassed to buy them.
wait, hold on.
Huh?
You ain't use condom that often.
Right. Right.
But it's like it's they think the stuff they do that we didn't do, that we didn't do it. We've been there and done that.
Mm-hmm.
We just didn't have social media. We was because think if we had social media back in our day, we probably been stupid enough to put we doing stupid acts on social media back then.
I think if we had social media back there, a lot more of us would be dead.
Yeah. Yep.
And our parents would be incarcerated for life sentences.
Yeah. And I'm getting ready to get out of here because I'm outside, and you already know how cold it is in Georgia right now. It ain't cold, but you know how long you stay out of here because I couldn't be in there because music. I couldn't be inside because music playing. I want
Right.
the video. I want the video to stay up. Now who we got coming up here?
That's Mr. Nino Black.
What's going on? What's going on, T? What's going on? What's going on, D True?
Oh, so he decided to come up when you were here, Tony. You noticed that, right?
No, I had a little. You know, I had a
You
little
noticed that,
down.
right, Tony?
I had a little downtown, man. You know, I'm working on some things for 2024, bro. So but you know, I'm always in the bushes though.
Yeah,
I'm watching everything.
Hey, Tony.
Listen, he caught me. Hey, D True caught me in between naps.
Hey, Tony. I know about some of his misfortune when he was younger.
Bruh.
See, look, man, my dad was different, man. Like the report card thing. I tried my dad like that, and I did not get a whooping. It was like I did. Okay, when I effed up real bad, I wouldn't get no ass whipping for them things. It would be like spur of the moment little things that I would get ass whipping for. Like staying up too late, You know what I'm saying? Getting caught watching, like if the Falcons were playing on Monday night, man, I would sneak back up. Cause my bedtime was at 9 o'clock. I would sneak back up. Games are running to midnight sometime,
Mm.
Man, he came down that hall, bro. You remember Detroit? We had a two-way hallway.
Yeah.
Go with any direction, bro. He came down from the left side of the hallway, man. And I'm looking for him on the right side. He came down from the left side, man, in that t-shirt. I smelled the damn cigarette, but I thought I was like, wait a minute, I'm imagining things. Cause he smoked. He was a smoker. He smoked them Bessie Hedges, bro. Them damn things was strong, so you could smell it a mile away. But I got caught slipping that night. He called me, gave me a damn ass whip.
Oh,
Let me tell you
no.
this. The worst ass whooping I ever got in my life, and I'm gonna tell you, I messed around and called a female the B word.
Ooh.
It slipped out.
It didn't slip out.
Yeah, well, you true. But anyway, so and the teacher heard it, and she called my parents and told her what happened, and blah 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 blah. I didn't go straight home and tell them what happened.
Ooh.
So now that this is the worst part of it all. So hey, you know what? Just go to your room and wait for me. Okay, so I know it's coming. But this is the fact of the matter is that I'm sitting on my bed and I'm waiting. And he walked towards my door, looked me in the eye, and turned around and went away. He did this for 2 days straight. On that third day, and I knew it was coming because he told my mom and my sister and my brother to go to the store and do something, go have fun or something. And as soon as that car hit reverse, it was a wrap, son. And see, my dad did this thing where, every ass whooping is different, but my dad was consistent with his. He'll hold you by your arm, up close and personal to you. Y'all standing toe to toe. And every 2 licks, there was a speech in between it. So that had those couple of licks before the speech had to simmer in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I use that word bitch anymore until I turn. I'm 42 now, so it had to have been 40.
Hey, Armando, I'm taking this right here.
Walking past that mailbox. That's where I mostly got my butt whippings from. That mailbox. That government.
Hey, Armando, I'm taking this right here. I'm taking it right here. You thought that was for you staying up late watching the Falcon game. No, it was for that report card because it added up.
What, man? Come to think of it, yeah. Man, look, man. My dad would let stuff build up. I mean, I would go probably 6 months without a whooping. And it would be 6 months worth of F-ups. And it would pile up, bro. And then you cost me an ass whooping one day, man. You know, man, you cost me an ass. You did it on purpose. Hold up. Let me tell you what him and his cousin did, Tony. Okay. They came down to my yard, man. They came down to my yard, bro. And you know what I'm saying? We was all playing basketball in the yard and everything. I didn't have no goal. So they were like, hey man, come on up the street, man. We're gonna shoot some ball. I was like, man, my dad won't let me go past the mailbox. And then my dad was strict. He would not let me go past the damn mailbox. Everybody else in the neighborhood would go and shoot ball at the goal, which was walking distance up the street, Tony. But my dad was strict.
And everybody laughed at him.
Yeah, man. And he was like, look. He was like, hey. He was like, man, He was like, man, just come on. Hey, you be on my team. You be on my team. We're going to play the first game. It shouldn't take no more than about 20, 30 minutes. So I thought about I was like, you know what I'm saying? Because that particular day, my stepmom let me out of the house. And my dad was in there asleep. So I was like, okay, shit. I go there, shoot ball for like 30 minutes, man. He was like, man, come on, man. Your dad ain't gonna wake up before you get back. So I went up there, man, shot ball, bro. We won the game. Because me and Dwayne, we was on the same team. We won the game, man. And the dudes we were playing ball against, man, them dudes were bigger than us, man. They was in high school, bro. We was in middle school. We wore their ass out. I'm coming back down the street, bro, happy and everything, you know, bouncing my ball and everything. Man, my daddy out there in the yard with that big ass strap, waiting on me. And Tony, you remember them belts they made back in the days, bro? Them wasn't like them little thin ass belts they make today. Them damn belts were thick.
Man, those belts had damn. You know what? When those belts look like He-Man's sword.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Grab that belt, the hell that belt. I got the power, Grayskull. You like, no, you don't got that power. Please don't use that power.
I told him. You know the first thing about that day was he like, y'all walk me back down here. Explain to my dad.
Man,
Y'all walk me down here.
he knew what was coming. He was like, hey, walk you back down this street. It's daytime. Now he was like, man, it's daytime, and you walk back down there by yourself.
That's
Yeah, man, you caught some ass whooping that day, Dwayne. You got me in trouble that day, bro.
Hey, Tony. You know what we said earlier in the show, right? About these kids today, choices. Look here. Although I was lobbying him to go play basketball, but who assistant made the choice to go?
Yeah, hey, listen.
I'm gonna tell you.
Listen, what's that? My man, Common Sense TV. He had the same mama I had. When my mother did discipline, when my dad was out to sea, he was in the Navy. When he was out to sea, you know, mama had to take over. Me and my siblings came to the consensus we'd rather get beat by our dad than our mom. Because mama was psycho when she beat. She's the one that laid you across the bed with your bare ass hanging out. And she had no aim.
Tony, I'm telling you
the dad ass whooping hurt worse. But the thing about it, your dads have a habit of whooping you when they're in a bad mood.
Yeah.
Mom, they'll calm down and let everything calm down, and they'll whoop you with a mom can whoop you when she's in a good mood. Dad ain't gonna whoop you until he pissed off about something else. And then he gonna take it out on you.
I'm telling you what worse about mom's whipping than dad. There's some mom whipping, she whipping you while talking to you. And see, like every word she said, she gave you a lick.
Oh yeah.
And women can talk.
Yeah.
And the thing I hate about getting a whipping from my stepmom is my stepmom. Okay, your mom, and she was a mom to me. That woman was a mom. She was good. She was, the only mom that I really knew. Raised me from a child and everything. But yeah, man, your mom, when she whoop you, you know you done something wrong for your mom to whoop you.
Yeah.
You know you done something real bad for you to get a whooping from your mom. And then when your mom used to whoop you, huh?
I wish I had that mama, because my mama, you want to act a fool at school? You want to act a fool? Okay, come on. Wait till we get back.
And you know you did it. You know you did it.
But she didn't. Hey, it wasn't no happy time. You didn't know. Hey, listen, my parents was those parents. They put in that work, and you know the bad thing about it is that when I get in trouble, even as to this day, if I do something wrong in a relationship with my kids, anything, it was about the disappointment to my family.
Yeah.
To my mom and dad.
Yeah. And yep.
So even as a kid, I just had my parents assert energy that it could have been someplace else, but my stupid ass had to do what I did to deserve that discipline that they gave me.
Hey, y'all know we laughed about it back in the day, right? We laughed about it now, but we weren't laughing then. We weren't laughing then, were we?
Man, let me tell you the time you cost me ass whooping from God. Let me tell you,
Hey,
Mr. DQ.
Hold on, Mondo. Choices. It was your choices. Your choice.
No, look. See, Dot, the thing about Dot was she didn't mind us horse playing in the yard on the grass part. But her thing is, do not horseplay on the concrete. Remember, we had that long concrete, that driveway. It was like, it divided both sides of the yard. Okay.
Yeah.
But it was more convenient to horseplay on the concrete, man, because that's where we did most of our playing and everything. So we were wrestling. And Dot looked through them curtains, man. I saw them big, she had them big eyes. Yeah. I saw them damn eyeballs, man. People through them curtains. I said, oh man, look at that. I'm gonna get a whooping. She did not want me playing. You left. You got the hell on, bro. Soon as she closed them curtains, you ran back up the damn street. And this is the thing. She didn't want me wrestling with my friends on the concrete because she didn't want none of y'all to get hurt.
Yeah.
She didn't want, back then, man, parents they handle things differently. If one of their child came to your yard or came to your house or whatever, and they got hurt, they weren't coming down there to fight or anything like that. Man, they just gonna back there to sue your ass. I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right, Laura. We do have some sense now, but that what these children these days missing. Hey, I'm telling you, one day you cost me be on punishment.
When you lied for me, let me guess. When you lied for me, when you told my dad that I was up there with you, but I was really somewhere else, I ain't had no business.
Yep.
And I didn't come home that night, but you effed up. All you had to do was come. You knew we weren't gonna answer no phone, brother. You could have walked up the street and gave us a heads up, be like, hey, tell Amos come to the door. His dad looking for him. You didn't come knock on the door, man.
You know what time it was? You know what time it was? Go ahead.
Yeah, hold on real quick. Before you two Negroes made up a talk today and said, you got me in trouble for this and you got me in trouble for this.
He's giving me in trouble all the time. He talking about one time he got grounded. And that nigga been costing me ass whooping since I was 9 years old. Come on,
hey, Tony, you know what we said? You got to be home before the street light come on.
Uh-huh.
He thought I was coming out the house with the street light on. Hey, guess what? I was on punishment. And you know, back then, your parents ain't gonna go tell your friend that you were punishment. They sent you to the door to tell them.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing. That was embarrassing. He come out there knocking on the door. He come out there knocking on the door like, oh, you coming outside to play? I can't come outside to play. I was mad as hell at it too. Hey, you know why you know how he really got in trouble that day? His dad called my mama. And she told him, oh, he ain't been over here.
Man. That wasn't the only call your man. Look, bro, that wasn't the only call your mom got, man. Let me tell you who all called. Let me tell you who all called your mom. Man, my daddy panicked. He made a phone call to Atlanta and called my birth mom up here and told her, hey, I'm just telling you ahead of time, Amos missing. He was missing. He said he was coming home at 8 o'clock. He missing. You remember back then when no cell phones and that like that? We hardly
Yeah,
had
no.
payphones
Oh yeah.
down in the valley. So my dad thought I was missing, man. He was like, before I call the Neck Police Department, can you come down here? Can you come down here? And we just, I mean, bro, they were about to get a search team and everything for me, man. They thought I was missing, man. Daddy called your mom, Doc called your mom, and my birth mom called your mom, bro. Yeah.
Oh, he got his ass tore up that night. That next day, he got his ass tore up.
No, I ain't getting that. I ain't gonna see that's another one of the times when I did something big, I didn't get no whipping for, but I got grounded, boy. I got grounded. Yeah.
But hey, what you gonna say, Tony? Tony.
Hey, let me drop down and take this call real quick.
All right, Tony.
Nah.
What you gonna say? What you gonna say, Tony?
I cannot hear y'all.
You can't hear me? Hold on. I don't know what happened. But he can't hear us. But it's been a great live. So pay attention to your kids, listen to your kids, and hear what they're saying. Love and cherish your children or your child. Cause it will, let's see. You can hear me now, Tony?
Yeah, it keeps throwing my.
Yeah. Any final thoughts, Tony? Any final thoughts?
Yes, sir. Listen, it's not always a bad child. It's bad adults who are non-guiding these children. We got to do better. We can't say all these children are on a wrong path when we have not given them the proper tools to be on a great path. We got to do better. And if we don't do better, then we're going to reap what we sow when it comes to these children. With that said, love y'all. I'll be around as much as I can. Thank you for having me on the show there, D True.
Oh yeah. Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna say nothing else after you said that. All I'm gonna do is to give a respect, my shout out to the people that love and support me, like you, Jaco, Armando, B Rod, Serious Ass, my chat, and some people from the Nile River. Hey, come serious, I knew you had to fall out. Hey, I knew I was gonna make you fall out the bush with what I said so. But it's this. Hey Tony, you know you know how my channel is. I go down rabbit holes people don't like going down. I piss people off. Hey, I don't care about pissing people off. I come with the truth. The truth. Hey, what they say, the truth shall set you free. It's something
Yeah.
that people that I try to give something to our people they can take and learn from, and give them a live that they can watch with their children. And it, Tony, as long as you didn't know me, I've been doing this for I don't know how long, and you know it.
Yes, sir.
And this how I am. I bring it. But respect to you. Hey, I know you doing your thing. Tell your kids, hey, tell them to be safe and be vigilant and to keep their face out of the phone. I'm saying that to everybody in the chat, keep your face out of the phone and look around, take a look at your surroundings. Because you keep your face in the phone, you're not looking at your surroundings, you might get caught up.
Hey, and one more thing before you go. Parents, if you have a child that needs outside advice and a positive role model, find somebody. But make sure that you talk to that person first and see where their head is. Because sometimes kids are not going to listen to their parents because they are their parents. Find somebody that's can sit down with your kids. It's like the big brother, big sister program, whatever have you, but somebody who's down to earth, who believes in the Bible, and have that positive reinforcement into them. On that word, I'm out.
Yep. Hey, on that word, respect to the Nile River, Twin East Nation, Truth Nation, Wolfpack Nation, together. Go Southern to together to commission out team. Thank y'all. Them two together. She doing her craft. She doing her thing. I'ma upload her latest what she had done. So when we do go live tonight, it will be uploaded. And shout out to the commission art team. Keep doing your thing. I love the positivity that you are bringing. And we're going in a new direction. Peace and love. And guess what? We are out of here.
Hey, you guys, I had to make a correction, you guys. This is a saying that Armando says all the time. I can't do it quite like him, but you can see the other design I created at the bottom, but he says, it sounds good. It sounds good. But in real life, though, I can't do it like Armando. He's the original king behind that. So I hope you guys like my designs. These are going to go on cups and t-shirts. So don't forget to hit that like button, post notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for supporting me and loving me. April Showers. Thank you, D Truth. Thank you, Renrock TV. Thank you, Armando Black. Thank you, B Rob. Thank you, Dr. Silverback Luther King. Thank you, ETV. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you to all those people that have accepted me. I truly appreciate you. Thank you.